When I got laid off from my previous job, finding work was difficult. The startup I worked for had gone under, and all staff members were let go. Although I had some savings, I needed to find a new job quickly. I checked some online job postings, but couldn't find anything comparable to my previous position. A few days later, while walking in the city, I saw a flyer advertising a cleaning job with a pay rate of $85 an hour. I called the number on the flyer, and a woman answered. She told me about a cleaning position available at her boss's house and asked me to come for an interview that day. Although it was already 3:30 p.m. and the interview was scheduled for 4 p.m., I agreed as I was desperate for work. The address I was given was a big office building. I reached there a few minutes early, and the receptionist asked me to wait. After some time, someone escorted me up to the conference room. It had a massive glass window on one side, offering a view of the whole city. A young woman named Bridget walked in and introduced herself. She told me that she was looking for a full-time maid to do chores around her house, which was about 10 minutes outside the city. She needed someone available 24/7. Although I was surprised by the seriousness of the job, I agreed as the pay was excellent. Bridget asked me some questions about my background and was impressed by my previous position. She then asked if I would be okay wearing a uniform during the job. I nodded and we shook hands. Bridget asked me to start the same night and meet her at her house at 8 p.m. I agreed and we parted ways. When I arrived at her house, I was amazed by its size and modern design. Viola, Bridget's boss, opened the door and welcomed me. She gave me a quick house tour and handed me a list of tasks to do. As I was reading the list, Viola asked me to wear a maid costume while working. Although I was taken aback, I agreed as I was determined to make a good impression. Viola asked me to wear a maid costume while working. When I asked why, she explained that the outfit matched the aesthetic of the house, and she preferred the more traditional look as opposed to what maids wear now. She hoped this was not a problem for me. After thinking for a minute, I decided it might be fun to dress up, and there was certainly no harm since no one would see me. I agreed and took the outfit. She pointed me to a bathroom to change, and I entered and locked the door behind me. I slipped out of my clothes and looked at the maid uniform for a while before putting it on. The material felt high quality and it smelled good. The skirt was very short, but I guess it was okay since I was wearing boxers. I stepped into the maid uniform and pulled it up. The top was tight on me and held itself up even without straps. I admired myself in the mirror, thinking I looked like a man in a maid uniform. Nothing wrong with that. I put my clothes away and stepped out of the bathroom. Bridget was outside and looked up from her phone. She clapped her hands and said, "Wow, you look good. I knew it would fit well on you." She continued to give me praise and admired my outfit. I began my work around the house, starting with the kitchen and cleaning from there. The sink was filled with dirty dishes, and it took me a few hours to clean the entire kitchen. I continued to work late into the night, and before I knew it, the sun was rising. Bridget came down and said I did a great job. She had a guest room for me to stay in and led me up to it. She left for the office and told me that she had some more tasks for me to do later in the day. "I am super impressed by the work you did," she said. I smiled and felt appreciated. After Bridget left, I took off the maid uniform and laid down. I was very tired and quickly fell asleep. I was awoken by knocking on my door. I put on my maid uniform and opened the door. Bridget was standing in the hallway with a small gift in her hands. She handed it to me and instructed me to come down in a few minutes. I went back into my room and opened the little box. Inside were a pair of fishnet stockings. The material felt nice against my skin, and I put them on. I liked how they stretched around my legs and walked downstairs. I began working on the tasks given to me. Bridget appeared after an hour and complimented my stockings. She felt my legs with her hands and said they were a perfect fit. She said, "Keep up the good work, and I have more gifts for you." I nodded and continued to clean. Time went by quickly, and it was soon morning again. I took off my uniform and went to bed. I was awoken by a ringing phone. I quickly got up and answered it. It was Bridget. Hi, I hope you had a good night's sleep. I left a little gift for you outside your door. Use it when you shower. I texted you some more tasks to do. See you in a few hours. She hung up the phone, and I went to retrieve the gift. I opened the door and looked down. There was a bottle of body wash with a note attached. The note read, "Enjoy some silky smooth skin." The body wash smelled nice. I got into the shower and began using it. I rubbed it all over my body. Suddenly, I felt a tingling sensation and my skin started to burn. I rubbed my skin with my hands and a bunch of hair fell off. I noticed all of my hair began washing away. The burning slowly subsided and all of my hair was gone. My skin felt super slippery. I turned off the shower and dried myself off. I put on a pair of boxers and my maid outfit. My stockings were a lot easier to put on and smoothly slid up to my thighs. The silk material felt smooth against my skin and brushed back and forth as I walked.